people go about their business in Baltinglass, they drive and walk by the well-known ruins of the Cistercian abbey behind the town. And if any child asked, they would say, once upon a time, people lived there, and that would be the extent of their awareness of their ancient past. But actually, the Cistercians that ran this magnificent monastery from the 12th century were mere tourists at the end of a long line of colonizations in West Wicklow. Were the people of Baltinglass to raise their heads to the hill above them, then they would have been looking back thousands of years to the pinnacle above the town, where their Neolithic ancestors built their fort and buried their dead on the hill overlooking the valuable river crossing. Several millennium later, the Piper Stone Circle was created. Followed by the more elaborate concentric circle henge at Castle Ruddery. There are also hill forts and ring forts dotted around the county, showing this area to have been a rich and fertile place that needed to be defended. 3,000 years ago, the Bronze Age ancestors would leave their mark on the landscape in what is known as a portal tomb or dolmen, a formerly buried tomb with side stones supporting a larger capstone. This dolmen in nearby Carlow has reputedly the largest capstone in Europe, estimated at over 100 tons. 1600 years ago, the Celts arrived from the continent, and they would leave their mark in monuments such as the mysterious Nicene Ogham stone with its ancient Irish writing. Historians argue about the meaning and interpretation of the Druids' messages on these stones, but stoically it remains standing today to mark their passing through our world. The Celts would be drowned out by the onrush of the Christian era, marked by the Cistercians in their Baltinglass Abbey. They themselves would have a profound effect on the growth and shape of the area in years to come. The history of this area after that would be one more familiar to us today, defined by the two sides in the forthcoming clouds of struggle. The landowning rich, represented by the magnificent Rusborough House, and the resultant struggle for freedom, which is encapsulated in the story of Dwyer and McAllister and the 1798 rebellion. The cottage they hid out in has been preserved not only for what happened here, but also as a snapshot of life in those days 200 years ago. These are just a few of the hundreds of examples of Ireland's ancient East, hidden away in and around the West Wicklow area, just waiting for interest and excitement to blossom into life and take their rightful place in our pride and our past that is all around us.